Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Alan. Today's Saturday. Like to talk about books often on Saturday. Encourage you to read more. These are four books I've recently finished that we're going to talk a little bit about. Strangers in Time by David Baldacci, The Facebook Diet, The Darwin Awards 2, and All I Really Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. So those are four books on the agenda today. Maybe you'll see something you might want to read. Maybe it just inspires you to read something else. That's what I'm here for, to get you to read more. Read for enjoyment, read for education, just read. Read the newsletter that goes out every weekend from enjoylifesafely.com. There's some free downloads there you should read, some good information for you. The newsletter every week has good information. Also, check out the blogs, the courses, the other stuff there. Lots of good stuff at enjoylifesafely.com. So let's look at today's books. I'm a fan of David. Strangers in Time, I didn't really connect with. It's not the thriller and the action pack that I'm used to by him. This was more of a historical novel, these three different characters and how they intertwine back in like World War II. So this one just didn't do it for me. I thought it was a little slow. I'm not a huge historic novel fan. I do like modern, fast-paced action kind of stuff a little bit better, which he is great at. And this shows that he's a great author by doing something completely different. And I think people that like that genre would really love this book. It just didn't do it so much for me. Not my favorite of his. I got another one, his newest one, that I'm going to start here pretty soon that I'm expecting that I'll enjoy more than this one, because I've really enjoyed some of his. This one, the historical novel, just not my type of read as much. So that's sort of my thoughts on that. If you like historical novels, something about World War II, definitely check that out. All I Really Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. I've read this before, but I wanted to read it again. These essays by Robert Fulghum, they're lighthearted, they're fun, they make you think. He wrote some of these, and the previous books, or not the previous books, but the books that come after this books, when he was older. I'm getting older, so they even make more sense now. So I really enjoy these. And I forget if it's this one or the one I'm reading right now that had the chapter on chicken fried steak, which I really liked. He was talking about a good chicken fried steak. And then he said, if you eat chicken fried steak, you're going to die. But if you don't eat chicken fried steak, you're going to die anyway. So he's going to keep eating it. So these are just fun, light. I wanted to read this one more time because I read it before I pass it on as I'm downsizing the library. A week or two ago, I talked about the Darwin Awards. Here's the sequel, the Darwin Awards 2. Actually came in this nice little set. And so I read both of these again. I read them a long time ago when I first got them. They're funny. They're sort of interesting. They amaze you how stupid some people are. But, I read this, and then I'll pass these along as well. Essentially, they're just all these different tales about people that do dumb things that take themselves out of the gene pool. And then there's some that are myths that Darwin Awards say, hey, this isn't verified. This is an urban legend. So they tell you if it's verified, not verified, and so forth. And it's always amazing just to see, excuse me, to see how stupid some people really are. And they probably don't deserve to still be in the gene pool. So that was the Darwin Awards 2. And the last book today that I'm just briefly going through these because I want to get through these and get busy with some other stuff. The Facebook Diet. The Facebook Diet, this is an autographed copy that was sent to me. And I read it when I first got it. I wanted to read it one more time before I'm, downsizing. It's just a bunch of cartoons and illustrations, so a very quick read about when you're too addicted to Facebook. And the signs that you've replaced your twice a day ritual of teeth cleaning with logging into Facebook. You found and befriended some distant relatives in Slovakia and arranged to visit. You loved ones have to check your status to find out where you've gone, and just things like that. So it's cute, it's funny. there's some truth to it. Being a person that does a lot of Facebook, I could relate to some of that. And then at the end, there's a little bit of things that tell you how to get off the phone and get with real life. So cute little book with some humorous illustrations, especially for anybody that is addicted or hooked to social media, especially Facebook. So those are the books this week. Classic that I really enjoyed, short stories. A historic fiction by David Badalti that I'm not as fan of as much as his action-packed ones. Darwin Awards, which are just silly and fun and just amazing how stupid some people are. And a cute little book about when you're addicted to Facebook and what you could do about it. Those are the books today. If you like one of those, great, check it out. If not, get something else to read. And be sure to sign up for the newsletter, enjoylifesafely.com. Want to say good morning to Thad. Thad's here and said good morning. Appreciate you being here, Thad. Hope you're doing well. Dixon's here, and I cannot tell what those emojis are. Oh, it looks like coffee cups and books. So thank you, Dixon, for being here. And Richard is here and said good morning. Thank you, Richard. Appreciate all of you. Appreciate everybody watching later. Appreciate you listening to the podcast, whether it's at the website, whether it's at Apple, Spotify, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever. I appreciate all of you. Thank you much. Go out, make it a spectacular Saturday, and I'll be back to see you tomorrow.